come in, sir?
Please do.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Saurabh. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well, sir. Thank you.
You have an impressive DAF,
Sir.
best employee.
Sir.
How long were you there?
So for 2 years.
2 years. And you also play tennis, table tennis these days?
Not these days, sir.
Not
But
these days.
I used to.
Okay. And you were also president of college brand marketing club.
Right, sir.
Preserving and storytelling the elderly wisdom.
Right, sir.
What's that? You talk to the elderly people and write down the stories, or?
Yes, sir. So I used to talk and I have a memoir called Falling Leaves of My Life, and I write there.
Mm-hmm. Is that for yourself or do you publish it?
Sir, I publish it.
Where do you publish it?
Sir, I have my own blog.
How many people are following your blog?
32,000, sir.
That's a good number. Now, today's newspaper.
Right, sir.
Tell us, list for us five important news items, important from your point of view.
Sure, sir. So the first is that bail of Umar Khalid and Sajid Imam has been denied. Secondly, sir, the Bangladesh news, sir, a Hindu man is again shot dead. Third, sir, the Bangladesh cricket has barred the IPL broadcasting, sir. Fourth, sir, the Venezuelan president Nicolas Maduro has been pleaded no guilty. And fifth, sir, Joe Root is about to surpass the Sachin Tendulkar's record in Test cricket, sir.
Excellent. Now, to go back to the first item.
Right, sir.
What is the argument or the supporting reasoning given by the Supreme Court for denying immediate bail?
Sir, a new term came out that is called hierarchy of obligations on that. And Honorable Supreme Court has expanded the definition of terrorism there. And based on that, they allowed the bail for 5 and not for these two, Umar Khalid and Sajid Imam.
But the court also has said that the prosecution has given so much material, they will have to be studied. But does it follow that the court had not had time to study that?
Sir, this was mentioned in the news, and it said that the grievances were so much based on the national security and integrity that it takes time to take care about those prescriptions, sir. So, Supreme Court said that national security comes prior to those.
And then the Supreme Court said that they can reapply after 1 year.
1 year, sir.
So 1 year is required.
1 year or before that, right, sir.
Okay. And what did his father say?
That Umar Khalid's father, sir?
Yeah.
That they will not leave with him, or they will keep plead the Supreme Court.
No, he said his son was not even in Delhi.
Okay, I'll have to read, sir.
Okay, that's okay. Sure. What did Mamdani say about this? Not about this judgment, but about Umar.
Sir, a few days back, a letter comes from him that Mr. Mamdani is remembering Umar Khalid, and this was seen as the support to Umar Khalid's plead and not guilty, sir.
Now, President Trump's action in Venezuela, do you approve of it?
Sir, seeing the US being a global superpower, I definitely am not support of this because it is against the international rule of order. However, sir, they have their own national security strategy, which is going to support their own backyards due to Chinese influence, and they have their own agenda behind it. However, seeing from the global perspective, sir, I definitely do not support.
Is it the Chinese influence or oil?
Sir, oil seems prima facie. However, deep impact of Chinese are there, sir.
And now Greenland?
Sir, this has been new Trump's admiration towards the Greenland, sir, to take over Greenland due to their own national security as well as the Arctic movement, sir. Further to check on the Russian and Chinese impact, also for the North Korea's impact on that, sir. So, but this is not a legitimate demand, sir. Also, Congress of USA has not supported it. So, That's how.
Good.
Thank
Let's
you,
move on. Saurabh,
sir.
no, president of marketing club.
Right, sir.
Okay, when?
So it was my MBA days, sir, 2017 to 19.
Okay. MBA from where?
Faculty of Management Studies, sir.
FMS
The
Delhi?
BHU campus.
Acha, BHU, very good. How would you market the district administration?
Sir, I believe first has to do with the awareness campaigning, sir. What we are providing, for example, the schemes.
Okay, awareness campaign.
Secondly, sir,
Awareness about what?
the schemes, sir, the law and order availability, sir.
Scheme, law and order.
The reach to the people, sir. How can we reach very easily to them?
Okay.
Secondly, sir, based on the law and order situations, so we can have the proactive measures of positive reconditioning of the people, sir. For example,
Reconditioning of the people.
right, sir.
How can you recondition the people?
So there is a sentiment around people that the administration is only punitive in their assistance. Sir.
Are you sure? That perception is there.
Yes, sir. Even Honorable Prime Minister has mentioned it for regarding the police administration, sir. That we need to be very sensitive
It
towards
is about
people.
district administration. So that is the perception, that the administration is punitive.
Punitive.
What is your perception about your district collector or your district SP?
Sir,
Your perception.
Yes, sir. So based on my meeting with him, sir, I believe he's very much approachable via digital medium also.
Then why do you take this perception that it is punitive?
Sir,
It is quite harsh.
sir,
Do
it's
you
the
understand?
people's. Yes, sir. Yes.
Then,
Sir, I believe.
and if it is punitive, you are going to join the same, administration.
Right, sir.
Is it not a dichotomy?
Sir, based on the grounds reality, people perceive administration as delayed, corrupt, and on the punitive measures.
Then, Saurabh, if that is the perception, if that is, if it is true, then why do you want to join the civil services?
Sir, because that's not true. It's the perception which among some people that needs to be changed, sir.
And you believe that is the, Okay, let's move ahead. Now, electronics.
Right, sir.
What is your understanding of cyber slavery?
Sir, it has been recently pointed out that people from India are being enslaved in Mongolia, Cambodia, Southeast Asian regions. So cyber slavery encompasses the use of the deliberate forceful measures of people to scam the peoples, like digital arrest, telecoms call, and take out the money from the honest
My
people.
last question. You did also physics, chemistry, mathematics.
Right, sir.
Who has got the Nobel Prize in physics in the year 2025?
Sir, I'm not sure about the name, but I know the subject. I guess.
Subject? What is the subject?
I think it's quantum tunneling, sir.
Quantum tunneling.
Right, sir.
What do you mean by Josephson junction?
I'm not sure, sir.
Okay, then what do you mean by quantum tunneling?
Sir, quantum tunneling envisages the quantum key distribution, sir. It is a secure network of communication as well as the faster implementation of the qubits in the quantum communication, sir.
What is the relationship between semiconductor and the insulator?
Sir, insulator stops the current pass by, sir, while semiconductor envisages the fast moving as well as the fast resistance on the higher temperature, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Saurabh,
Sir,
good morning.
good morning, sir.
You're doing well, okay? Keep it up. Good.
Thank you, sir.
All right. What are the drivers of growth for the Indian economy?
Sir, I believe budget of 2025 has mentioned 4 things. The first is the MSMEs. Second is the youth of the nation. Third
That is fine. Right now, we are growing at 6.8 or whatever it is, isn't it?
right, sir.
So, what are the drivers of growth?
So the domestic market consumption, sir.
Okay, domestic consumption is one. What else?
Second, the MSMEs, sir.
Okay.
Third, sir, the indigenization of the all resources right now. For example, the defense equipments, even the industry level indigenization.
That's a long-term thing. It's not driving growth at the moment. What else?
Sir, these 3 I can think of as of now.
Okay, no problem. We'll move on now. Okay. since you spoke about the budget, right?
Sir.
So where does the rupee come from? What is our main source of revenue?
Sir, the
Top
first.
three sources. Huh?
Sir, I'm not sure about the top three as per the budget. I'm forgetting it, sir.
Okay.
But I can take a.
Okay, what are the
overall
sources of revenue?
So the first is the direct taxes or indirect taxes itself.
Okay. Something higher than taxes.
I'll have to check, sir.
Think about it. Don't check. What could it be?
Sir, the export.
Okay, it has nothing to do with taxes, exports, or any of that.
Okay.
What are the sources of expenditure? Where does the rupee go?
So the capex development,
Something higher than all of this again?
administrative costs, revenue capital, sir.
Okay, never mind. We'll move on. Okay. How will you use your knowledge of electrical and electronics engineering in, say, the IPS?
So the first thing that can be used as the electronic transmission, sir, the electric transmission, that there are electronic thefts, sir. The electricity are being theft in different states and districts as well. That can be used, sir. Second, sir, I can also prevent the use of the transmission losses which is happening around the state, sir.
That's very niche. Broader picture, you know.
Sir, the knowledge can be used to support the PM Surya Ghar Yojana also.
Okay, let me help you. In forensics. Okay, because of your scientific temper.
Analytical bend, sir, yes.
What else?
Sir, I can have the implementation of technological maneuver into the
Very good.
day-to-day.
Very good.
Third, sir, the defects in AI can be taken care of.
Good. Okay. Finally, as of 6th January 2026, who is India's best friend?
Sir, I believe it is India only.
Okay.
Seeing the global scenario, sir, where everything is shifting from Russia to China, USA to in own universe itself, I think India is itself a good friend.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So, Saurabh, interesting, micro poetry on human emotions. So, give us an example of micro poetry and how micro it is.
Sir, the technical term is coined by the Oxford Union, sir. It is around 4 stanza or 140 to 280 words, which I write, sir. Since people have very less time to read nowadays, so I curtailed my words to let them read, sir. Yes. So, if you allow, I can go ahead.
Yes.
Sir. So, should I tell a poetry, sir, on 4 lines?
Give me one micro poetry written by you.
Sir, it's in Hindi. Can I go ahead?
Yes.
Sir, the शीर्षक is चाहता हूँ मैं, which I just read after my mains result, and it goes like that. सैकड़ों हार के बीच एक जीत चाहता हूँ मैं, हजारों रातों के बीच सुकून की नींद चाहता हूँ मैं, जानता हूँ जीत जाऊंगा पर थोड़ी देर है, जिंदगी लंबी नहीं बट मौत मशहूर चाहता हूँ मैं.
You also are fond of preserving elderly wisdom.
Sir.
So I will come back to Ramayana and Mahabharata. How wisdoms were preserved through, let's say, characters of Ramayana and Mahabharata. I am not talking of the book itself. The book contains everything. But give me the characters who passed on their wisdom through their stories. One character from Ramayana and two characters from Mahabharata.
Sir, from Ramayana, I can think of Lord Rama's and his values for dharma, upholding the people's right and living for the betterment of own people. So, first is that, sir, Ramayana. From Mahabharata, I believe first is the Arjun, sir. His extreme stances for the betterment of the all society, not for the own family or reason, sir. And third would be the Lord Krishna itself. He is the one who guides the path towards the better of the society as well as the universe, sir. So in these three, I can think of.
In Ramayana, it is Ravan who passes on his wisdom. Ram, by virtue of his character,
leaves behind footsteps.
Definitely, sir.
So read about it.
Sure.
You have done some work on you're electronic graduate. So let me start with Global AI Summit to be held shortly in India.
Right, sir.
Where?
New Delhi, sir.
New Delhi. So how will India gain from Global AI Summit? And what have we got to project before the world?
Sir, seeing the Industrial Revolution 4.0 around the universe, sir, everything is moving towards the machine language, artificial intelligence, sir. So the first thing which India can take benefit from the solution to the deep fakes and the AI related menaces, sir, which is happening in the governance also. Secondly, sir, India can have a level playing field of the whole globe. So, for example, USA is leading in, and Taiwan and South Korea is leading the AI race, sir. India can leverage those capabilities, sir. Third, India can project its own DPI, the digital public infrastructure, for example, UPI, NPCL's perform, sir, to the global scenario, sir. So these three can be taken care of.
Is that all? I thought India has got much more to showcase. India has already become third global power in AI.
Sir,
So what showcasing we can do to market India to the world?
Sir, apart from that, we can also show that we have the global capability centers of AI envisaged through the Niti Aayog's own wisdom, sir. Fifth, sir, we are producing the most amount of the AI engineers to the world. Around 25% design engineers and AI engineers are from the India, sir.
Good.
So that can be taken care of.
So you have done some work in rural development in Ayushman Bharat. Ayushman Bharat, there was a news item that is not gaining as much success because some of the states are just not observing and going by the rule. So how you think this benefit will reach people if state governments are not helping or hospitals are backing out? What can be done?
Sir, the recent meeting of National Health Agency has responded to this situation that only West Bengal is the state which is not implementing the Ayushman Bharat as of now. Odisha was earlier, but it has implemented now. The issue is that three fronts, sir. The first is the empanelment of hospital itself. Government provides the criteria for the empanelment, which is not dynamic and flexible in its approaches. For example, a state cannot have a very much high-class hospitals in the last mile reach of the local rural stands, sir. And that is the demand of many states that please diversify the criteria. Second, sir, the awareness of the campaign itself. We did the survey while I was working. Only 67% level of awareness was there, and that too 23% of women were only aware, sir. I think awareness campaign can be done, and government has started the Ayushman Card Mela for that. And thirdly, sir, the bogus claims happening on the Ayushman Bharat, sir, the inclusion exclusion error is there. That can be taken care by the NIC.
One last question, Saurabh. You did your BTech in 2015.
Right, sir.
We are in 2026.
Sir.
11 years have passed. And you have been trying for civil service. So, which is this attempt?
So this is my second interview.
Second attempt.
Right, sir.
So, what have you been doing for these 11 years? And why do you want to join civil service? You have a good, you can get a good career in kind of, technical expertise that you have.
Sir, subconsciously, civil services was always there, sir. However, I come from a background where financial stability was most important. And the uncertainty of this exam led me to first stabilize myself financially. And then, sir, I also wanted to know if this is a true calling or not. And thus, I joined government consulting and started working for 2 years under the respected bureaucrats, sir. And then I realized that from policy implementation at the stage of earlier, sir, to the policy devising, the civil services provide not only diversity, but the subconscious growth of the person as well. And then I came for the exam, sir, and 2023 was my first attempt. And I reached to interview, missed the merit list by 3 marks.
So, what will you give to the society?
Sir, I have learned from my experiences and lifestyle, sir, that everything has to be given to society, sir. For example, my knowledge base, sir, has to be able to help people, sir. Secondly, sir, the technicality which I come from, I can maneuver through the government's public-private partnerships since I am coming from the private itself. Third, sir, in government sector, mostly work are being done by consultant itself. I am from that background. I can support from the inside now if I'm going to be in the services, sir.
Thank you.
Sir.
So, Bihar government has very extensive plan of the grid power supply system. Why off grid? Normally we talk about the grid, on grid. What is this off grid power supply system?
Sir, seeing the land issue in Bihar, especially the 85% into the small and marginal land scenario, sir, below 2 hectares of land, off-grid has become a different substitute to the on-grid parameters, sir. Secondly, it is envisaging the renewable energies, sir.
Okay. So, what is difference between mini, micro and a standalone grid that Bihar is proposing?
Sir, the recent renewable energy targets of Bihar 2025 has envisaged these 3 parameters of grading, sir. While I am not able to recall the technicalities, what is the specific gigawatt or megawatt percentage, sir.
Okay.
I can tell you that a mini grid is a grid of a smaller unit than the original off-grid, sir. And microgrid is connected to the small houses as well.
And what about a standalone?
So standalone is basically in the rural area, sir, and which is supplying to the home, a single home or a group of homes, sir.
Homes, or it is better suited for a standalone pump.
Standalone pumps, sir. The
That is
tube
very
wells,
large scale in
irrigation
Bihar.
purpose.
Okay, good. This multiple discom concept, how do you think about it? There is a talk, you have worked in as a consultant also, and government has the scheme of multiple discoms. What is this multiple discoms?
Sir, multiple discoms come from the fact of PM Uday scheme. It is for the betterment of the grid system or the discom companies, sir, because they are around 67% companies are in loss, sir, and it is a support to the companies and inviting.
But what is basic concept in multiple discom?
Sir,
Consumer same and how many discoms? That is called multiple discoms.
right, sir, right.
So how it is going to help?
Sir, I believe it is inviting the privates more in the public sector, sir.
And the consumer will have the freedom to choose the discoms.
Right,
okay. And you have got you as a consultancy exposure. So how to do the energy auditing as per your exposure to this subject?
Sir, energy auditing in India was not a case before 2015 itself. So Solar Energy Corporation of India, SECI, has performed the standard of operation for the energy auditing right now. And it has to do with the checking of the transmission losses, the discom losses, the financial establishment, sir, and the public-private partnership into that. So it will be all about the energy saving and efficiency of the region, sir.
Okay, you must have seen in metros or in Indian Railways that overhead lines are there to work the train. Am I right?
Right, sir.
Why not cable on the ground can suffice the purpose in place of having such a long expenditure, big expenditure? Got my question?
Record, sir. Sir, in Economic Survey 2024-5, Niti Aayog also suggested this, sir. However, the issue is the land itself first. Second is the electricity and the wiring theft which is going around the city and the state, sir, is a more of concern, which is easily for the Western countries to implement it, but not for the India as of now.
Okay, but what about the safety aspect?
Sir, safety aspect is very much prominent in here, sir. For
In
example,
this particular having on the ground and having on the overhead,
sir,
that comparison, how do you see it?
sir, the below ground cabling, sir, is more secure than the upper head, sir. For example, in Rajasthan, Great Indian Bustard ISO is there, sir, which is there. However, sir, the nitty-gritty is the investment and the grinding of the ground is very much tedious, sir.
Okay. Power purchase agreement has got a lot of changes now to stabilize to some extent. Describe it.
Sir, Ministry of Energy has started this, and the first is that it provides the renewable purchase obligations to the DISCOM, sir. Like around 30% has to be taken in the renewable form. Secondly, sir, it is also making the auditing on the energy providers that how much thermal power plant is?
No, so it should be long period, it should be a small short period, how should it be? Suppose there is there is a big quantity of the power, and then there is a small quantity of the power. So what will be difference in PPA? Got my question? When
Sir.
the amount is more, when amount is less.
Sir, I got your question, sir, but I am not able to.
Okay, my
comprehend.
last question will be that what do you say is sustainable energy for India after 50 years?
Sir, Viksit Bharat 2014-7 has focused on sustainable energy, sir, and I believe renewable energy has a lot to do with
What
that.
type of renewable energy and how?
Sir, in my thinking, first is solar energy, sir. Second is the nuclear energy, which Santi Bill just came out, and it has a lot of things with 100 gigawatts capability.
So
for,
you mean combination of what?
sir, solar and the nuclear capabilities, sir.
And what about the car, so much coal reserve?
Sir, coal reserve has to be phased out anyway by 2047 or 2070, sir. We have to achieve net zero.
Okay, thanks. That's all. From
Thank you, sir.
Well, Saurabh, the formal part is over.
Sir,
We shall call you back very shortly for the informal part.
thank you so much. Sir. Thank you. Thank you. Sir. Thank you. Sir.